Honey, this episode should have been called Boundaries and Expectations. Seriously. Your girl Talisa Rae. What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? We are reviewing Married at First Sight, season number 9, episode number 8. How can I trust you, child? You can't. Let him go. Let it go. Let it go. That's how I feel about Matt and fucking Amber. I don't like Matt. I don't like Matt. I don't like Matt. Let's just start there. I don't like Matt. I think Amber is foolish. I don't like Matt. I mean, to her, he redeemed himself. Do y'all think he redeemed himself? I'm already asking before we even get into the episode. Because let's start talking about it. Because really, Amber, you want to be loved that much that you just going to let all this shit slide? Girl, get the fuck out of here. Excuse my language. Y'all not used to that. I just finished reviewing Snowfall, so I'm a little amped up. Anyway, it's 2 p.m. and there's still no Matt. No Matt has come home at 2 p.m. in the afternoon the very next day. Girl, bye. She said she didn't go to work because she was sick, sad, and depressed. I mean, crying all night and shit will make you red and swollen and have a headache. My heart went out to her when I saw her. I was like, he was not ready to be married. Like, there's no fucking way possible that he was ready to be married. I gotta watch the cursing. Hold on, y'all. Let me gather myself. We see her going through his nightstand. I guess she was trying to find clues, and what she found was his wedding ring. He didn't want to be married. Why is he there? What is he doing? And then the excuse he gave later, let me hold on. Hold up. They don't love you like I love you. Slow down. I can't even find the words. So Matt comes in and she's sitting at the door, and I know that they probably had to do that take a few times because she was a little smiley at the beginning, but then came back to her senses like this is a serious thing. And I was happy to see her communicate that she was unhappy. I was glad to see that she mentioned that she was glad that she was upset that he did not communicate to her his plans. Okay, you know, that he was gonna be out all night, overnight. And he just seemed so fucking like insensitive to me when he was like, yeah, I didn't have any plans. It just happened. That's what me and my boys do. We go over each other's houses. We were out, and we fall asleep, and I had my ring off because I was working out and I didn't have the ring on, and I put it away in your drawer. If that was the case, you would have just put it in plain sight, like in your bathroom or something. I don't know. But all I know is that he is not committed to the process. What I do know for sure is we are always talking about he's nomadic, right? That he's I was going to say transient child. He homeless is how I feel. Because he doesn't have any roots anywhere, so he homeless. And so now he's grasping straws at finding some damn connection to be with somebody to plant his roots. Nomadic. He's homeless. He even said it later on to Dr. Pepper. I'm getting beside myself. When he was like, I crashed on my buddy's couch. I had a flashback about my husband going out. We were newly married. He had said he had gotten drunk and fell asleep at his buddy's house. Do you understand how all his shit was over the balcony? Do you understand how I didn't give a fuck how I broke all the phones and shit? Now, this was volatile me. This was before I became all evolved and stuff. This great piece of work you see in front of me. I acted a plumb damn fool. Because I'd be damned if you think you finna come up in here the next day and tell me some old bullshit like you fell asleep on your homeboy's couch. Or your homeboy don't have a good sense to be like, call your girl. Call your wife. Get the fuck out of here. That's all I wrote was get the fuck out of here. Over and over. Get the fuck out of here. And then she was like, well, I don't care if you stay out till 2 or 3 with your boys. No, you ain't gonna stay out till 3 because nothing is open at 3 except for legs, okay? No. Okay, maybe Denny's. But nonetheless, why are you out at 3? You should be at home. Once you go out and be drinking and stuff, you should be trying to get to this magical pussy. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you not here? Like, I really am irritated with Matt. He did say, you know, he apologizes and it's something that he could fix. But she was too willing to forgive him without holding him accountable. Like, it was just too easy for her. And I wrote down, Amber girl, run. He is not committed to the process. Then I want to know, how does he not know what's expected in a marriage? In a relationship. He's been in relationships before. This is my notes. I'm looking at my notes. Maybe that's why relationships hadn't worked out for him previously, because I'm confused. I'm confused by her and her desperate need for love, that she's willing to just accept what he's saying and, like, you know, that's gonna be it. I forgive you. I mean, it's good for forgiveness, but she wants to be loved so much that she's not really looking at the big picture. When she was like, I think we need to hug or something, he was like, hug, and that's it. He does not, to me, feel like he's genuinely wanting to be there. Their hugs and kisses and shit look awkward, feel awkward. Y'all go back and look at it when she goes and climbs on him on that couch. It does not look genuine. It does not look authentic. It looks like it is rehearsed and uncomfortable, and I don't really want to do it. Like your auntie coming over to give me a kiss. No, that's how it feel to me. She had the nerve to be like, he's her safe place. He's my safe place. What you mean he your safe place? He left you there all night crying. That ain't safe to me. That's leaving me out to fend for my own, leaving me for the wolves, saying you don't want me and you are not the protector of me. You are not concerned about my well-being. Hello, somebody. My safe place. Safe means comfort, secure. The way you was crying the night before does not say comfort or secure. The way you was calling your daddy the night before does not say comfort, does not say secure, does not say safe. Says run, run, run. Run, Amber, run. Like, what? And don't stop running till you get home. Like, huh? Y'all, if you don't agree with me, please tell me down below in the comments, because I just feel like maybe I'm just biased because I don't like Matt anymore. Like, he's out for me, and they'll probably be one of the people that make it. He's out for me. I don't like Matt. Well, I was glad to see Dr. Pepper come and visit them, okay? I was glad. I'm going to talk about, let me say this, that I'm going to talk about all the games at the same time. I was glad to see Dr. Pepper go and visit with them so that she could first tell Amber, yo, you insecure, get your confidence up. And also say, I also noticed how Amber kept saying, you know, like trying to defend his actions. Well, he apologized, and Dr. Pepper caught it and said she needs to learn to hold him accountable. And also said, what? She wants to be loved so bad that she's willing to accept the bullshit. That's how I read that and how I viewed it. But I could be wrong, y'all. I could be wrong, and you could tell me that down below in the comments. But listen, I don't think I'm wrong on this. She's too willing to accept anything. She needs to set expectations and boundaries. That is what Dr. Pepper said. That is what Talisa Rae is saying. This episode should have been called Expectations and Boundaries. Okay, so when Matt was talking to Dr. Pepper by himself, Dr. Pepper reminded him that Amber has abandonment issues, and how would you feel? How does that look? He did agree that it was not the best choice, not the best avenue, not the best things to do in that given situation. So at least he understood it, and she's really trying to give him a shot. But she knows, because she was like, I want to scold him about his behavior because that was inappropriate. And what she said was, no one has ever held him to a certain standard, set any boundaries for him, set their expectations, told him that this is not the way you behave. Like, he's been able to do whatever he wants because he's a basketball star in another country, okay? That don't mean nothing here in the U.S. So we don't care. And you've probably been over there, and you know, they're a little more free than we are. So, but get in line, get back, you know, to regular old belief system. You married this woman, and if y'all decide together that this is okay, that you can have an open relationship or something, because I really feel like you was out there fucking, then that's what it is. But those boundaries need to be set. And Amber's the one that really needs to set them. And then here we go again. He reminds us that he is a nomad. He left his parents' house at 16. He doesn't have a real example of what family dynamic looks like, because he left at 16 and they getting a divorce. So whatever he saw really wasn't healthy for him. I said that, and so did Dr. Pepper, okay? She said to him, I'm going to set some boundaries because it's evident that damn Amber ain't, number one, Don't you ever spend the night out again. Ever, ever, ever in your long leg life, okay? Never, ever, ever stay out again. Y'all know that? Have you ever in your long leg life seen a long leg say that with a long leg white? Okay. I'm showing my age. Y'all know that? The last thing that happened was as a result of their game time, where he gave her her fantasy of wanting a massage, which I thought was a very kind gesture and did show that he was making effort. Listen, maybe I'll feel better about him next episode, but I doubt it. Let's talk about Jamie and Lizzie, okay? Thank God they talked about boring Caucasian sex, boom, boom, and we're done, right? Or did she say bam, bam, and we're done? Thank goodness, because I sure forgot to mention it last week. You know, that's what my air bubble said. Well, he didn't stay home that night. The night before he left, took the cat. Y'all remember? Well, now he's back home and there's tension in the air. I mean, it's stale in the air. You could see it through the TV. And I don't know if that was staged. Okay, that seemed real authentic to me. Real authentic. And because of what's happening, Dr. Pepper said, I need to go visit y'all too. Because one thing you can't be doing is leaving. And y'all just been together for 3 weeks. How you leaving? I said that last week, didn't I? How you gonna leave and it's a new marriage? Just fresh. How y'all this toxic and having all these arguments and you only 3 weeks in? I get that you're getting to know each other, but well, at least y'all showing y'all real selves. I'm gonna give y'all that. I'm gonna give y'all that. I'm gonna give y'all that, Jamie and Liz. I'm gonna give y'all that. Y'all showing y'all true colors up front. It ain't like, boom, surprise, I'm a psycho. It's like, I'm a psycho right here from now. Right from the beginning, you know what you're getting into. So kudos to you for not sending your representative like everybody else. Because they sending their representative. Except for Amber. Amber ass. Amber ass. That's why he's taking advantage of Amber, because he knows she's insecure and she needs and wants love so bad. I think that's why he's taking advantage of her. Okay, back to Jamie and Liz. So Dr. Pepper asked them to talk and say something positive about one another. Let's clear the air. Let's make it more comfortable. That nigga Liz said, I don't have nothing nice to say. That's pretty much what she said, okay? Nicely, but she was like, I don't have nothing nice to say. He said he wanted a divorce, so I can't even find anything that I like about my husband right now. I know what you mean, girl. You want to leave? You should do bye. Ain't nobody holding you here. Show in the hell ain't me. Goodbye. So long. Sayonara. But you committed to the process. So I'm glad you stayed for this. Don't listen to me, because sometimes I'll be a little crazy on the other side. And I wrote down my favorite thing. What is your 50%? What are you holding yourself accountable for? What part did you play? Later on, I think Dr. Pepper touches on accountability, but she did say to them, you guys have no boundaries, you have no discipline in the way that you communicate with one another, and you need to take responsibility. That's accountability for your actions. I feel like a fly, the ant or something was crawling on me. Did y'all see an ant crawling on me? Jesus. So then she separates them for them to talk separately, openly, freely, without one another. First thing she asked Liz is, what are your triggers? What is making you lash out so? Because they're both doing it. It's normal for them to fight, but they are fighting in a toxic manner. It's toxicity all around, and they need to learn how to have healthy disagreements, which they aren't good at right now, nor are they good at following directions. But she said, Liz said her triggers are being hurt. Really, her triggers are someone leaving her. Every time there's a question about him walking away, she is triggered. Anytime he does something that's outside of what she's used to, she is triggered. Anytime she feels like he is hurting or attacking her, she is triggered. Liz has a lot of triggers. She needs her own therapy, but we talked about that already 2 episodes ago. Like, these people need therapy before they get therapy together. So when she talks to Jamie, Jamie says he's bothered by not getting the resolution to an issue, that she doesn't apologize for her wrongs. And look, Dr. Pepper was like, I think she's willing to apologize, but only for the thing in the moment. So if you're mad about something back in Antigua, that's out. You're only getting apologies for what's occurring now, so ask for your apologies. But I think Dr. Pepper is wrong on that too, because when he asked for his apology last episode, she didn't give it to him. She wanted, what am I apologizing for? What I do? I don't think she knows how, and I kind of think she's a bit of a narcissist. Not a lot, but a little bit. When they get back together, she says to them, your marriage is so new. When you have an argument, there are 2 bedrooms here. There's a living room. You can separate, but do not leave the house. What is that saying about your marriage? You're giving up if you're walking away and leaving the house. And that I wrote down, I liked that she said, your husband or your spouse is now the friend that you do not want to hurt. So you can disagree, you can be upset, but you need to do it out of loving kindness. Like, I was with that, Dr. Pepper. I was like, yeah, I want a friend that I don't want to hurt. I want to tell you the truth, though, but I don't want to hurt you in doing it. You know what I'm saying? That made perfectly good sense to me. I felt that in my core. They go out for a walk with the dogs, and she says she wants to take sex off the table, and then she feels like Jamie started yanking her dogs around. Well, sex is huge for him. It's a huge part of his intimacy. And honestly, men don't really know intimacy how we know it. They know that there's a thing, that there's something other than, there's emotional, mental intimacy, but they most resonate with sexual intimacy. So I could see that he might have really been yanking them dogs around, but not intentionally, out of frustration. And I also said, they're a new couple, but I'm all like, it's not a good idea to withhold sex from your husband. Okay, that leads to a lot of stuff, infidelity, a lot of porn watching. That might be an issue for you. So be careful when you start talking about, I'm gonna withhold sex, because they're going to go find it somewhere else. Even if it's, watching porn and jacking off all day. I'm sorry to be so blunt, but y'all need to have sex with your husbands, okay? And don't do it as if it's a duty. Do it as if you like it, okay? You enjoy it. Table it. You can have 1 day with no sex, 2 days tops, but don't go no whole long time. You want him to want you. And I want you to want me too. Just like I want you. Okay, y'all don't know what song that is. Let me know if you do down below in the comments. So she's so upset. Liz is so upset that she wants to go home. After Dr. Pepper said no, she got her bag, her overnight bag. Which one of y'all said? They got their duffel bags ready and packed to go. This is proof. Because she just walked in the room and grabbed her bag like, I'm out of here. But Jamie told her, if you leave, we done. If you leave, we done. Because Dr. Pepper specifically said, do not do X, Y, and Z. But here you go and you doing it. So then she decides, okay, he might be right. But doesn't say he's right, right? She tells him, then you need to not be around me. You need to go and choose one of these rooms and close the door. I'm all like, girl, who you talking to? He is not one of the dogs. You don't have any children. You don't want any children. It was your decision to want to walk out and leave. You go in a room and close your door. You need to tell him, look, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to close the door. Leave me alone. I need this time to myself. And she should have probably took the other bedroom. I'm going to just be honest, because he wanted to go in there and brush his teeth and wash his face. You that mad? Because I will sleep in the bed with you mad and all. I might even rub my booty against you because I know I'm mad at you, just so you can get excited, just so I can be like, maybe tomorrow when I like you. Like, I'm petty like that. I'm just saying, I think she went overboard. She is overboard. I also feel like she needs a Xanax. Like, chill, take a Xanax. She is very connected with like energy, so she needs to use that same energy and calm down. She probably needs to wake up and sage every morning. Like, when I sage, if I'm in a bad mood, it instantly changes my energy. Like, I think she needs to do that for herself and for Jamie. Like, herself. For her and her husband. You know what I'm saying? Also, was like, she's like a tornado. Like, she's toxic. She's chaotic. She's neurotic. And she's an attention seeker. She wants him to plead with her to stay, don't go. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like all of this is so that she could be sure that he wants to be with her. Because remember now, I think she has issues with people walking away from her. She may not have the same as Amber, but I think she's afraid that somebody's going to leave all the time too. And this is her way of making sure you're going to stay. Like, fight with me, plead with me, tell me not to go, tell me that you want me to stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel. And it was evident because she stayed. And it was evident the next morning when she woke up and she walked in there and was like, I'm going to go to my house because I need to be grounded. I need my zen. I need to be in my own space. And I understand that. She could have just been like, I'm going to go for a walk, and went to her space and got her own energy if she wanted to. But she needed him to acknowledge her. Like, she's an attention seeker. So maybe she's not a narcissist, but an attention seeker. She said that this isn't home, and he was like, yes, it is. Come on, Lizzie. We know you crazy, but don't be too crazy. Come on, pull up. Some of us is rooting for you. I know people are rooting for you. Go Lizzie, but not me. Because your voice is irritating. I'm looking at you like, stand up straight. Push your shoulders back. Like, where's the book? Walk around with a book on your head. You are too tall to be so slunched over. Anyway, I'm irritated by them. Later on, we see them do a full moon circle. Now listen, I love that one thing about Liz. That she embraces her spiritual, her consciousness. She does what she wants and connects her way. I love that she has the crystals. I love that she did the full moon circle. The moon water was a little weird to me. I'm gonna have to look that up and see what that's about. Who knows, I might come back and say I tried it. And I love the fact that he's accepting of that, and he was like, this is the girl that's super sexy to me because she's super calm, where she's normally neurotic and all over the place. Okay, let us talk about Deanna and Greg. Y'all take a deep breath. Sigh of relief. Honey, congratulations, Greg. You got laid for your birthday. You were excited about it, it seems. I really wanted to see Deanna's reaction first, but I kind of gathered up what I thought about it as we continued to watch the episode. Deanna is sick, like with bubble guts and the flu and stuff, and he's taking good care of her. He was like, you know, she may not let me, but I want to, which I thought was very endearing. I was like, come on, Greg, show her that you're in this for the long haul. Come on, show her. But this whole sex thing is bothering him, okay? He keep talking about it every time they go to his confessional. We had sex. I really enjoyed it. I want to do it again, but we can't because she's sick. A little later in the bed, he asked her, well, what changed that made you want to have sex? What was the determining factor? And she said, because you were more relaxed and at ease and comfortable and you were yourself, and I got to see you be you, and it was more spontaneous, and I just want you to be like that all the time. And I thought to myself, girl, I know you lying. I know you lying because you ain't like that yourself. You are not comfortable. You actually come off really cold. And I'm feeling like you back in the cold place. Like we didn't put you back in the freezer. I also feel like she wants him to be more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And stop asking, what is it I can do? Be more aggressive. But listen, that's not his personality. Furthermore, I said to myself, she didn't enjoy sex with him. Her socks weren't knocked off. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all could say something different, but you could do it down below in the comments. I feel like her not wanting to do it again when he said how often or can we do it more, and if it was only once every other month, would you be okay with that? And she was like, I'd be okay with that, but I'd make it phenomenal. And he told her I couldn't be okay with that. Like, to me, that was proof that you didn't enjoy it. Like, you felt like, were you just doing your duty, your due diligence? Like, because when you enjoy sex, you be wanting it. When it's good with a partner and you ain't had none in 10 years. So it should have been explosive, mind-blowing to you. I don't know, y'all. I really be rooting for Deanna and Greg. I am, but she making me mad and he making me mad because he do need to be a little more aggressive. Them kisses and shit are still getting on my nerves. Like, they don't seem comfortable. Now I'm back in the place like, okay, we now at day like 26 or some shit, and y'all still doing the same stuff. It don't look genuine. It's not soft. There's no caressing. Where's the passion? Like, I'm getting a little irritated. I'm all like, Greg, call me. Hello, I'm available. The hell? Let's talk about Keith and Iris, and then after this we'll talk about the games, right? Keith and Iris. So his grandmother, Gigi, that's what I'm calling her, she passed away, okay? And he was glad that she had a chance to see them get married. Later on, he tells Iris how appreciative he is that she was there with him and there to support him, and she continued to say, my mother and I are here for you if you need us. We are here for you. Now that she has down packed, okay? And he's like, I'm more vulnerable with her. They actually seem a little awkward to me because there's not like, there's intimacy, right? But there's not passion behind it. Like, cause how much passion you gonna have? We don't see them kiss that often. The holding hands during the game was awkward. She was nervous though during the game, but only thing you see her do is stuff like with her legs, because her legs are long and gorgeous. But she's a little, it's a little uncomfortable. I need them to be more comfortable too. I'm about tired of these people and their uncomfortable behavior. So at dinner after the games, they had this whole intimacy discussion. He had mentioned earlier about her sexual maturity and that she didn't have any. Okay, we'll talk about it in a minute, but she didn't have any. And she had emotional maturity. She's did it on a scale of 10 at a 6.5 because now she's dealing with someone else's emotions and how to express her emotions to someone else rather. But I was really glad to see Keith say and open up about her fucking virginity. Like, she is tossing it around like a badge of honor. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? One of y'all. Listen, I don't know which one of y'all it was, but one of y'all said it, and it's the truth. She is dangling it, holding it like a badge of honor, and listen, she should. It is something to be proud of, but stop dangling it over this man's head. And you can see now that she's visibly uncomfortable, especially at dinner as they have this conversation. And he says to her, it's a big concern of mine, rightfully so, that you're a virgin. It is a big concern of mine. She asked it if it was a negative and if it would hold any bearing when the 8 weeks came up. And he said he couldn't tell her right now, but it was it's definitely a big concern, which to me means, yes, it's a negative. I mean, it's been 26 days and I ain't had none, and you in your pajamas and you know, throwing your arms around me and stuff and all this stuff. Listen, don't get mad at me, y'all. Y'all know men are very sexual creatures. I'm just telling you what you don't want to hear, especially those of you who don't agree with me. Men are super sexual, so all that touchy-feely, touchy stuff, he knows she's attracted to him. He's attracted to her, but they aren't going the next step. They're just going through the motions. And yes, they've only known each other 3 weeks. And yes, they're still getting to know one another. But at some point, she's going to have to relax a little bit. She keeps hollering forever, today to forever. We're going to do this forever. If that's really how you feel, then what you waiting on? Because that's not really how you feel. You still getting to know him. You still apprehensive. You don't trust him yet. You don't really know where you're going to go. And so I feel like I asked y'all if she was going to wait till after the 8 weeks. I asked y'all that, and I really believe that she is. I think she's going to wait till after the 8 weeks before she decides to give up her virginity, because she wants to be sure that he is in this for the long haul. And I'm going to be honest with you, a man like Keith, with his sexual maturity, because he said it was very sexy to him. Sexual maturity is very sexy to me as well. I feel like it might be a deal breaker, especially after this episode. What y'all think? Tell me down below in the comments. She did say in her confessional that I don't want to give it to you just to keep you, to hold on to you, but you're dangling it as if, you know, here it is. Stick around and you can have it. So that might not be what you want to do, but that's what you're doing. You saying wait till after the 8 weeks and it's yours. Like, that's how I feel. And I might be wrong, and if I am, y'all like to tell me down below in the comments, and I'm here for it. Okay, the experts gave them trust and intimacy exercises based on their relationships and what they thought each couple may or may not have needed. Okay, and I was like, okay, this is telling. So I'm gonna go in the order of which they came up. The first one was Deanna and Greg, and they played the suit game, which was where you played the game and you there were, you know, diamonds were compliments, hearts were kisses, you know, for however many seconds, you know, something was compliments and something was hugs, right? And it just all felt uncomfortable to me. Like, in his confessional, Greg said if he felt like this would help Deanna open up and let down her guard more, because that is one of the biggest things she keeps talking about, is her wall is up. It's been a long time and she's slowly letting her walls down, but she seems like it's up like in full force, reinforced with, you know, construction grade steel. Like, you gonna need more than just a bulldozer and a blowtorch to get through it. Like, it's gonna, like, it seems like it's gonna take years and years and years for him to knock her wall down. And her walls down. And I don't think that's fair to him, because he's really putting in effort. And if you think he could do something differently, like I said, he could be more aggressive. He could be more spontaneous. And it could get on your nerves if somebody keeps asking you, so how do you feel about this? Or what do you think about that? It could get a little annoying, but I commend him for communicating, even though she could be like, okay, like she did. It's not a list. It needs to be spontaneous. You know, we only get glimpses. And I can see how that could be irritating. Okay, back to the thing at hand. You can see that he is like aching for compliments from her. Like he is like, just give me a compliment. Just give me a compliment. He pulls out a card and it's for a hug. And that's not what he wanted. He wanted compliments. So when she pulled a card, she had to give him 10 compliments. I don't know which one. Whoever it was had to give 10 compliments. Okay? So I didn't remember all of the compliments. Some of it was about food. Some of it was, I love the way that you cared for me while I was sick. Thank you. But I liked when she said, because these were things specifically for him. I like the way you smell when you come out of the shower. It's an erogenous zone. That's big. Nigga, go get in the shower every day. Like, not every day, but every hour. Go get in the shower and come out so she can smell you. I like how you smell when you come out of the shower. Do we stink otherwise? She said, I like how you have a big heart. And then the only thing that actually talked about his appearance, his aesthetic, was when she said, I like your smile. Well, I think Greg has really nice eyes. I think he has a nice voice. I like the color of his skin. Like, I don't know. I probably could find more stuff that she can. I like the width of his shoulders. Like, I was literally staring at him. So, because she was saying, I like the color jade green on you. Like, what? But it was a start. So let me not be so hard on her. But I'm just saying, last week when you said she wasn't attracted to him, she wasn't. She isn't. She can't find anything else. Like, I love that you're charismatic. I love that you're genuine. I love the way you touch me. I love the way you want me. I mean, there's a lot of stuff she could say. But we only seen a portion of the game. I'm not going to be so hard on her. Even though I'm tired of her shit. Oh, and then that whole 7-second kiss, closed mouth kiss, like, what was that? Y'all already had sex. He threaded the needle. He put his hand in the cookie jar. Hopefully he came out with milk. I don't know. But I'm just saying, that was the best kiss you can give us. It wasn't even parted open mouth. It was just 7 seconds of that boring ass chicken peck. Who said that? So Amber and Matt, they had the fishbowl exercise where you had to pull out a question and answer the question so that they could be more emotional, to have more emotional tendency. Trust, I don't know, whichever one it was. Because we know Deanna and Greg needed more touching. They definitely needed that card game. But they needed to get to know each other more. One of the things he said, one of the questions they pulled out was, I'm sorry for not. He said, I'm sorry for not calling and communicating. Not for staying out all night, overnight, because that means I might do it again. When they asked about the biggest insecurity, you know, they pulled the thing out, and what is your biggest insecurity about marriage? Matt said, growing apart and becoming disinterested. You're already uninterested in her. You're already exhibiting those behaviors. It takes work, especially now for two strangers that three other strangers put together. It's going to take some work. Hard work and dedication. Okay, marriage is spelled W-O-R-K in the wise words of my cousin Pastor Hampley III. Okay, marriage is spelled W-O-R-K. Amber said her biggest fear was being rejected. About the marriage was being rejected. Well, it's already happening. He's already rejecting you. Don't you see it? Can't you feel it? Stop pretending like you don't. Please stop being naive. Please stop just being so trusting and thinking that he's the perfect match because they said they should have gave him some therapy. Jamie and Liz did the blind trust exercise, which I think was perfect for them. You put the blindfold on and you have stickies and you have questions all over you. I think that Jamie's questions might have been a little more shallower than Lizzie's, but whatever. What is your biggest fear? And she said that you're going to leave me. I keep telling y'all that she's fearful that he's gonna go, that he's gonna reject her too. She may not have abandonment issues, but she is definitely insecure and feels like someone's gonna leave her because people have left her because she's so neurotic and over the top. And what he said was, I need to reassure her more that I'm in for the long haul, that reassurance is required. You should have known that from day 5 because she constantly is like needing to be reassured that you're going to stay around, that this is something you really want, that you're committed to this process. One of his questions was for her to do a sexy dance, and I thought, oh my. Oh my. It's a little offbeat. Oh my, he thought that was the sexiest thing. And then when she continued to do it after, I was like, whew, dear God. Somebody get her a class. Tell her to turn on YouTube. Jesus, a little slow whine. Help us. Ethan Iris also had the fishbowl exercise. They needed more intimacy questions, okay? Which, this is where we saw Iris get visibly uncomfortable. One of the questions was first for them to hold hands for the remainder of the game. And they had lots of questions left to go through. First question, though, they asked was, what is your favorite sexual position? And of course, for her, it was not applicable. He said doggy style. Face down, but that's the way we like to, okay. But I'm just saying, he said doggy style. She was taken aback probably by the name of it because she didn't know what it was. All she could think of was two dogs. That's what it is. Just like the dogs, okay? Girl, you know you done seen something on a porno. Well, maybe not because you love the Lord. I love the Lord. But I have seen a few pornos in my life, okay? I do watch a couple pornos every now and again. We friends, we family now, right? So I could be honest, like, I'm sure you didn't seen it in a book, in a magazine, a drawing or something. Are you kidding me? Are you that far under a rock? I don't think so. And he was supposed to say why, but we didn't hear why. I would have liked to hear his why, okay? Yes, I would have. This question, though, he asked her, how would you like for me to initiate sex? And she was visibly uncomfortable with answering. You saw in the confessional, she started crying because she didn't want to share it with the world, but she wanted to share it with him. And her answer kept going, I don't know. I've never had sex. I don't know. You 27, Iris. You have fantasized and romanticized your first time. Y'all can at me in the comments, okay? Because she has. And I know she may not know how it's going to be initiated, but she could have been like an intimate dinner, a romantic night, a walk on the beach. Whatever she thought, some caressing, a massage. After a whole bottle of wine. Anything. Initiate don't mean go down on me, touch on me. You smart, Iris. But like he said, she has emotional maturity, mental maturity, but not sexual maturity. And this right here showed it. Because I was like, every woman has romanticized it. Okay, when I had decided that I was going to get that boy my virginity back in way ago land, okay, I thought about how I wanted it to be. It wasn't nothing like that, but that's what she should have told him. She should have said what her idea was. That it would be sensual, that it would be soft, that it would be passionate, that it would be enjoyable, that he would take his time, that he would be considerate, that he would give her a bath, that he would, whatever, that they would go out of town, that it would be this whole big production. I mean, we all know that that's true. We fantasize and romanticize about how we are going to lose our virginity. And because he was trying to help, or they were trying to help set expectations of what she would want, and she missed that opportunity, hopefully she said something later. Hopefully they talked about it. But as we saw at dinner, they didn't. That was part of it, right? They didn't. He is unhappy with her sexual immaturity. And unfortunately, it could be the one thing that causes them to separate. Listen, I don't know who is going to stay and who not. Because they all tripping this week, okay? With a lot of work, some wall dropping, I'm still hanging in there. I'm still rooting for Deanna and Greg to stick through it. I need Keith to really go back to understanding Iris's issue with being a virgin, and you know, make her more comfortable and at ease talking about sex. But she has to have these conversations in order for them to work. At 8 weeks, he gonna be by, because she gonna hold on to it until she can't hold on to it no more, okay? 8 weeks and 1 day, if they still together, he wants the goods, okay? Matt and Amber, you're out. Even though he seems like he's trying to come around, I'm gonna keep my eye out on him. I don't know, it was nice of him to give her the massage and to think of her, and she just went over the top with it. Like, just stop needing all that love and affection from somebody. Jamie and Liz, they really are kind of perfect for each other. They deal with each other, they match each other's crazy, but they need to work on their toxic arguments that they have. Y'all let me know what you think down below in the comments about the episode. Who's staying, who's going, not who's staying, who's going, but who is going to make it, who's going to stay together, and who's not, who's breaking up. I am your girl, Talisa Rae. Thank you so much for watching my review of Married at First Sight, season number 9, episode number 8. How can I trust you? If it's your first time visiting my channel, click the subscribe button, become a ray of sunshine, click the notification bell because you like my Married at First Sight reviews and you don't want to miss them coming up. For me, give me a thumbs up so I know you like me and I know it's real. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll catch you on the next video.